Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my typical work makeup routine. I typically wear the same type of makeup look to work because it kind of goes with everything and it goes with all of my outfits and such. So yeah. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put some moisturizer on. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel. Excuse that I have a broken nail. An actual other nail. Doing pretty good. I cut it down really short the day after we got back from the day we got back from the cruise, and it's doing okay. Doesn't hurt as much and it's not bleeding anymore, which is a good thing. So my doctor just said that I need to keep like a band-aid on it and keep it all wrapped up and nice and clean. Okay, so now I have my Hydro Boost on. I'm going to start off with primer. So the first one that I'm going to use is, which one should I use today? I'm kind of feeling more of like a dewy skin. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. This is the spray version. So you just gotta kind of, I like to use my hands. I know I should probably use like my beauty blender, but I like to use my hands. Okay. Now that that's all nice, I just also want to go in with the NYX Bare With Me. It's a prime, set, and refresh. I don't usually use this for primer. It's a very kind of like rare thing. I use it just for like setting spray after all my makeup's done. But today, so I'm first going to start off by brushing up my hairs. If you want kind of like a more like in-depth like brow routine, like what I do and stuff like that, and like how my tips for brows, comment down below. Right now, after that, to carve out my brows, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty concealer, and I'm in the shade 2008. And I'm going to take, this is a Morphe angled brush. It's been used so many times that it doesn't even have a number on it, but I know it's from Morphe. Ooh, okay. So now it's time for foundation. I'm going to use the NYX. This is the NARS foundation. This is their Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I actually got this for prom because I wanted something that's, you know, a good coverage and is going to make me look super dewy and not too oily, and doesn't have any SPF in it. And I'm in the shade Barcelona. So I'm going to take a couple of dots. Kind of just put that Morphe M439 brush, and I'm just gonna The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to conceal my face. So I'm going to take the same concealer that I used for carving out my brows. I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty one. I'm going to spray my Beauty Blender with the NYX. Okay. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face, and I am going to use the L'Oreal True Match powder. And I'm going to put that basically all over where I put my foundation and such. And then I'm going to use this brush from Ulta. It's their, it's actually a bronzer brush, but I use it for putting my powder foundation on. And it just looks like this. And I put it everywhere I put my foundation, even over the concealer that I put on my chin, on my nose. I even put it there as well. I'm going to separately set that in a minute. Just going to ensure that everything is nice and going to be set for a day at work. And, you know, I don't really need to worry about, you know, me looking cakey and crazy and all of that type of stuff. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set my actual, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. I believe this is the shade. Yeah, I'm going to say it's the shade Banana. It's been used so many times that it's, you know, all crumpled, all dirty. And then I'm going to, you know, obviously, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and I'm just going to dip it in the powder and set everything. I'm also going to set the places where I put the concealer on the rest of my face, which happens to be, you know, my chin, nose, and then I'm also going to put some on the bridge of my nose as well. I tend to get really oily on my nose throughout the day, so yeah. I'm going to take this angled brush. This is from Sigma. This is the Taper Kabuki. It's a 586 brush, and I'm going to set my eyelids and where I carved out my brows with the thing, so my eyelids don't get oily throughout the day for my eyeshadow and such, and I'll just ensure that my eyeshadow is going to stick throughout, you know, the day. I'm going to take, for bronzing my face, I'm going to take the Hoola by Benefit, and this is a mini one, and I'm going to take a Morphe brush. It's one of their like blending brushes. I've used them so much that it honestly, the label is now like pretty much worn out, and I'm just going to blend my cheekies in and everything. I don't usually, I wear makeup every single day to work. Some days I don't wear lashes. It kind of depends on my mood for the day. But pretty much my makeup every day is the same. I tend not to do anything, you know, crazy, dramatic, or, you know, that's going to take me super long in the morning to do before I go to work, or whatever time I go to work. I just wanted to do something, you know, super simple and easy that will go with all of my looks. And then I'm also going to use whatever's left to kind of do a little contour on my nose. And then for actual contour, I'm going to take the Morphe. This is their little bronzer, and this is in Debutante. I believe I said that right. Hopefully I said that right. And I'm going to take this little angled brush. I got this from Amazon. I don't remember the name, and I think I actually got this like a couple of years ago as like a Christmas present. So that's the story of my life. I'm just gonna carve out my cheekies. Ensure that, you know, my cheekbones look nice and snatched for the day. I'm also gonna take it in my chin or my jawline as well. I don't tend to put it, my contour, I don't tend to put it really in the center of my forehead. I just feel like that doesn't look appealing on my forehead. I feel like it makes my forehead look a little muddy. And I'm going to take the same Morphe brush that I used before, and I'm just going to blend them in together so they don't look too crazy, so they look nice and blended in with each other. Take the same foundation brush. Okay. Now that that is all, you know, beginning to look nice and blended, and I look, you know, nice and contoured out, I'm going to take my Morphe. This is their blush palette. This is in the blush palette N9. It's all of these really nice, they're not super pink, they're more like matte pink blushes, and then I'm going to take the one that's obviously the most used, the one that I hit the pan on. It's my favorite. These blushes. I'm just going to take that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to smile and just kind of put them. I kind of got like really chubby cheeks, so I'm going to put them all right there and just kind of make sure that everything is cool. So then I'm also going to take this, this comes in a brush set as well that I got from Amazon 2 years ago for Christmas. And I don't even think any of them have the name on them anymore. But it came with like this huge set of like 15 or 20 brushes. And I've used them. They're really nice. I don't remember the name and such. But Amazon actually has some really nice brushes. Makeup brushes. As well by them that I live for and stuff. I haven't tried their foundation yet. I also have not tried their I have tried their concealer and it was really creamy. Their blushes are great. They're a really killer brand. I love them a lot. So next I'm going to finish up my brows. I do highlight very at the that's the last thing that I really do when my lashes are drying. I put on my highlighter. Going to put a brow highlight on. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills collaboration with Emrezy. I love this highlighter. I knew I had to get it from the second it came out. I love Emrezy. I think she's so bad and so ruthless. I guess that's the word that comes to mind. She's just super pretty, and her attitude is just like, she doesn't care what anybody thinks. She doesn't care what anybody says. Her wedding photos were to die for. And I love her very much. But I'm just going to use that as a brow highlight. And yeah. So now it is time for the eyeshadow, and I'm going to take the Revolution Makeup palette. This is the Reloaded Velvet Rose palette. I got this from Ulta, and you know, I decided to give it a shot because it's all of my favorite type of warm tones and such, and I absolutely love it. Actually, I think it's really good. I think the eyeshadows are blendable enough to create cute, simple looks. They are pretty pigmented. They're more pigmented than I thought they were going to be. But yeah. So I'm going to take the Morphe M505 brush, and I'm going to take, this is the number 7. It's the nice warm, it's not a warm brown, but it's a nice light brown, and that's going to kind of be like my starter eyeshadow. The next shade that I am going to take is going to be this nice warm brown over here. And it is the shade, oh, it's a shade 10. Their eyeshadows are numbered. I didn't think that they were going to be numbered. And I'm going to take, this is a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to take this shade more towards the corner of my eyelid and just kind of blend it in more towards the side. I'm not going full in and blending it all the way towards my nose. I'm kind of just leaving it in that corner over there. And I'm going to take, this is a Morphe brush. This is the E27. It's super fluffy, and I'm just going to take that and blend them both together. This is a Morphe E411, and I'm going to take this deep dark brown over here, and that's shade 14, and I'm going to take that in that same little corner right over here, and I'm just going to kind of put it a little bit more towards my lash line and not as high as I did the other one. I didn't want to really have like a lot of like I didn't really want it to have it look super smoky. I kind of just wanted it to be, you know, a little bit more just simple and cute. Such. And I'm going to take the same brush that I used that had all of the other brown on it, the other brown that we used, and I'm just going to blend them together. And then I'm going to take the super fluffy brush and use that to blend them together. My lid, I am going to take this is the like the light gold one that they have, and this is the shade 5. It's not super intense of like a sparkle shade. It gives like a nice little shimmer and stuff nice and some like just something nice and cute, and still sparkles, but not, you know, as intense as I thought it was gonna be, but it's still really cute. Okay, so that yeah. So now for lashes. I typically actually don't really wear lashes to work. I kind of don't want my eyes to get super, you know, crazy watery throughout the day, and sometimes if I'm working a really long shift, wearing lashes kind of like, it just bothers my eyes. But I do wear lashes occasionally, and you know, so the lashes that I'm wearing today are super natural and fluffy. They are at a place in the mall called Solana Beauty, and they are the brand Okay, so while those are drying, I am going to highlight my face. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Reezy collaboration, and I'm going to just wet my brush, and I'm just going to dip it in. See that? Wow. Wow. The difference it like really makes. It's crazy. I'm just gonna put that on my top of my nose, bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow as well. I'm also going to take that little flat brush that I used to blend in my my blush and my contour. I'm gonna take that to just ensure that it's all nice and blended in with each other, so it doesn't look crazy, crazy, crazy. And then I'm going to just blend in my lashes with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's my favorite and go-to. They're super cute. And then my go-to lippy that I use for work is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is the shade Leo. It's like a nice brown terracotta-ish color. Just something nice and cute. And then I'm going to take, to set everything, I'm going to take the NYX Bear With Me Again and just kind of set it all over my face. And yeah, this is pretty much the go-to look for when I go to work and stuff like that. Just something super simple, super dewy, glowy. It doesn't make my face feel super cakey, nothing like that. And yeah, so if you guys have any video suggestions, anything you want me to do, in-depth tutorials, just comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great night or day wherever you guys are. Okay, bye everyone.